Welcome back to the Business is Personal blog. As you know, I'm your host, Naja Lee, and I'm happy to have you, the owner of Free Your Lenz, and everything else. I'm not big on talking about me, so let's get into the chicken. You're going to get tired. Let's keep it a bean. I don't know a day that I wake up and I start to work on my business and, go to my to-do list and figure out what I need to hopefully accomplish today. Listen. This shit is tiring. It's tiring. It is what it is. It is what it is. And every day you want to quit. But I come to encourage you not only to not quit on your business or quit on yourself, but I'm going to give you a jewel my mom gave me. I was a kid. And I was a kid and I was BSing. I wasn't a bad kid. Scouts honor, I was a really good kid. However, I had a couple of years I was trying. But we ain't gonna get into that. It's personal though, but we ain't gonna get into that right now. My mom told me, start how you want to finish. Start how you want to finish. And being a business owner, that nugget can sometimes be a little distracting because, especially if you're a perfectionist and if you have a clear vision and you know what you have, a part of your resources right now is not really in line with your crystal cut vision. However, you have to baby step your way up to that big vision, right? So if you start how you want to finish and you know you want to finish big, I have a brand for your Lenz, right? Start with t-shirts. You know what I'm saying? You start how you want to finish. My end goal is to have a full-fledged streetwear apparel line with everything, you know what I mean? Everything that you would typically have in an apparel line. Tops, bottoms, accessories, and everything in between, right? But you start with shirts. I can't start with tops, bottoms, accessories, and everything in between because I don't have the everything in between money. You feel me? You see how that goes? So you have to start somewhere. But here's where the nugget applies. You start with the same level of excellence and the same level of customer service, the same attention to detail, the same intention and purpose. You start how you would want it to look in the end. Okay? So some of my favorite brands are, I'm just going to name one, the Marathon Clothing. If you watch the Marathon Clothing along its development journey, it's been beautiful to watch. It started with one shirt, Crenshaw, right? But obviously the principles of the Marathon Clothing and how they approach not just design, but how they approach customer service, how they approach the total feel and experience, they started that way. They implemented those principles and they implemented that culture. And as we see, it's carried on. I look at companies and I see, and I try to take notes. Let me follow them, not just because they have fire fashion, but I want to see as a brand owner, as a new brand owner. You know, this is not my first brand, but this is my first brand in this industry. So I'm very new. As a new brand owner, I want to see how these other companies are packaging their messages and the culture and how they're stamping that in their apparel. Okay, so you start how you want to finish. I know I want to be a brand that speaks to the consciousness of humanity. I know I want to be a brand that speaks to the pain and the light and the beauty and the art of culture. I'm also a brand that is a minimalist. I'm not a brand full of clutter and muddiness and over the top. That's not me. Some brands, that's their bread and butter, and that's what they drilled at. I know what my brand voice is. So as a creator, especially a creator in business, you have to start how you want to finish. You have to make sure that when you put your best foot forward in whatever you do, whether that's packaging that one order, or 100 orders, okay? Whether you just got your first sale or this is your first sale of the day, okay? regardless of where you are in the spectrum, where you are in your journey, where you are in this process of in this walk, okay, you still want to make sure that you don't take anything light, that you start how you want to finish. Let's say you a small business owner and you got your coffee, right? You got the coffee brand or whatever, just got started. You know, hey, I want to be in every major city like Starbucks. Like, hey, like that's my goal. So what do you do to get there? The same practices that you do implement when you are already at the top, that's the stuff that you need to implement right now. So one thing about Free Your Lens, I'm big on customer service. I'm very, very big on customer service. I'm big on quality assurance. I'm big on making sure that I check over every detail of my garment before I ship that thing out. Okay, I make sure I check it over, but when I'm sourcing the right materials, I make sure I'm double checking and crossing my T's and dotting my I's. You know how people say cross your I's and dot your T's. That's always funny to me. Listen, I'm checking my stuff because a part of my brand is making sure that not only is the package getting there in a decent amount of time, but when you receive that package, it's right. How many times have you gotten an order and it's wrong? It's the wrong size, wrong color, wrong order altogether. I don't want that. I want to double check, triple check, quadruple check if I have to make sure that you're getting it in a good amount of time. You're getting what you ordered. You're getting quality. There are no blemishes. There are no mistakes. It's perfect. It's as close to perfect as I physically can make it. And so that's the goal. So now that I'm a new business, but at the end game, whether I'm selling one shirt, whether I'm selling one shirt or I'm selling 1,000 shirts in a day, I want to make sure that how I started and paying attention to detail is how I finish. I'm going to pay attention to detail today and 100 days from today, and 100 shirts from today, 1,000 shirts. I'm going to always pay attention to detail because that's a part of my brand. Not only do we speak life and we speak truth and we try to spread a good message, but a part of the shopping experience is making sure that you got what you ordered, you got it in an efficient time, and it's perfect. It's exactly the way you ordered. And not to mention, it's much better than what it even looked online. Boy, I tell you, I want you to see that mock-up and see these videos and be like, yo, this is fire. And then I want you to get the shirt in person and be like, yo, I had no idea. This came from a small business? This was made to order? She did this all by herself? Yes. Yes. One woman, one sound. They said one band, one sound, but listen, ain't no band over here. It's me. Because a band means more than one person. Okay? Let me tell you something. Business is personal. I do all of this myself. So that's why I take it personal. I take it personal. Listen, one thing about business is personal vlog. We're going to keep it short and sweet. So today's tidbit is start how you want to finish. If you know you want to be that big brand on the top of the mountain, do what it takes today to be the brand, to be your company in the future, your brand in the future. Okay? Start how you want to finish. Pay attention to detail. And that's my other nugget. 2 things. Start how you want to finish. Pay attention to detail. Both things are going to help you streamline your company and expand. It may not be in the amount of time you want it to take place, but trust me and trust your brand and trust your business and trust what you're doing. Hopefully, after you take these jewels and apply them, you'll send me an email, maybe even DM me, or just comment on a post or whatever and say, yo, I appreciate that. I appreciate you, Naj, just for keeping it a bean. Because business is personal. And who am I not to get personal with y'all? Have you ever heard my music? If you haven't, go and peep that. Naja Lee, Not-For-Profit Volume 1, Volume 2. It's streaming everywhere. What's up? It's on the website. F1LZ.store. What we doing? Let's go. Naja Lee. We'll be back next week. Peace.